Good morning and welcome in. Before we get into this morning's update, let's go over a few areas of concern or optimism, we should say. XRP right now is up 5.6%. And yesterday, my whole message was if you sell XRP, so XRP sellers will be haunted, is what I put for my title yesterday in the opening. And there is a reason for it. Yes, we had failed initially to hold that 59.7 cents. But we had it very clearly where even if we broke down, we had an expandable zone. We never even had to fill out that 56. What was this actually in real time? It could have come all the way down to 56.25, but we have bounced off of there. And now, after our short consolidation, we're back up to 59.6. We bounce off of that. And now we've finished out our cup and handle, or our cup at least, that we speculated a few days ago. And we'll go deeper into this. But our speculation was on this cup. We came down here a little bit lower than this uptrending support. Filed down to about 58 cents. Bounced back up very quickly. And now we're up to this resistance at 62. Let's go in real time. 63.2 cents we're now at. That resistance at, it's a little bit lower than that if we're being honest. I know it is for a fact because I looked at it earlier. 63 cents. 62.9 cents is where we need to break and hold. And right now we're up at that level. So we're going to take a deep look at this technical analysis to see exactly how we will transpire. We talked last night when it was under 60 cents, how it was a good opportunity. It went all the way down to 58 cents. I bought 2,000 tokens, as some of you know if you were listening. And that was right around 59.6 cents. So it was just around that 597 level, and it was a beautiful opportunity. And right now it's up about 5.5% just on that recent purchase. But I also have my 12,000 tokens that never moved. But this was just a little opportunity as it was sitting at that threshold spot. And the risk was about $30 that it have come down and broke that 58 cents. So it was not all too bad of a risk. So right now, though, XRP is moving very nicely. We're up to that 63 cent cup, and this is where we'll make that decision if we're going to move up to 70 cents in a very short time. So make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. By you hitting that like button, we become recommended, and you're going to want to hit that like button this morning. We're going to want as many people as possible that are traders of XRP, holders of XRP, or the ones that are fans and are speculating of XRP. They need to see these updates. Very, very hard if you're not a holder right now of XRP because it's starting to move a little bit. Tomorrow is that closed door meeting, so the speculation is running rampant. And is this going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news? It was one of the easier setups only because we knew that this was going to happen. And as long as we didn't break that 56.2 cents, we were in money. That was the expansion zone for the sellers if they sold out, and for the buyers to rebuy, or for us to expand out and get the liquidity we needed to push through. Once we got that liquidity around 56.2 cents, or 58 cents yesterday, we bounced up, and now we pushed over that 59.7 cent resistance in 2018. As I even came out last night and did a late update talking about how XRP sneaked back above the 2018 or the 2018 resistance. And then we talked about DGB on its inverse head and shoulders, which I did take out a position, and I was very transparent about it last night. And it looks like we're on a massive inverse head and shoulders. So whether or not this plays out, like it could, remains to be seen. But that is a prototypical inverse head and shoulders. And if that plays out, we're going to have some massive appreciation. So we're going to talk about DGB here this morning as well. So please make sure to hit that like button, and I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 10:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, July 24th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. It is raining behind me a little bit. I'm underneath this tree, so hopefully it holds for the rest of this update. It was pouring before, but now it's slowed down, so I wanted to do it out in nature. I like to do my updates in nature. I believe it brings a certain level of optimism when you start to see things around you instead of just seeing a wall behind me or whatever. I like to have nature in real time. So welcome in, everybody. I'd like to thank and welcome in the new members and the old members that have found their way back to the community. Each part is integral. The new members help form the identity you see in front of you, the community of positivity over negativity, the winner's mindset, not the victim, and we like to be helpful, not hurtful here. So please fall in line very quickly. If you're a new member, you can help continue to shape the identity of the community. You can help bring us new ideas, and you can help us expand what we've already known. Maybe there's things we're missing, but you can help feed into the new mindset within the audience. But I'd like to continue to expand on what we've already built because we have a fantastic community here, second to none, and we're very positive. So this morning, what we're looking at here is that XRP has broken above the 2018 resistance. This is very, very important. We've also pushed back above the rising channel resistance, and we broke over the short-term consolidation. So this is the rising channel resistance at about 60.3 cents. Now our resistance up here, if you're talking about a back test here at 62. So if we did fall down, you could look at a possible retracement down to about 62 if it had to back test. But we're looking for that push up here to 64.9 cents. If we get above 64.9 cents, we've officially broken the falling channel, and now the appreciation could push us all the way up to 86 cents, which is the rising channel resistance. Now, before we could get on our horsies and we could run all the way up there, we would have to break and hold right here at 62.9 cents. To get on top of 62.9 cents, the technical target here is to get up to 70.9 cents. That is what we are currently trying to do in real time. So we would have to hold 62.9 cents. And right now we are up at that resistance. We completed our speculative cup. We speculated that we were on a cup formation in the short term. And fortunately for us, we've been proven right. We built this out. It pulled up. We speculated it would come up, and that's exactly what's happened right now. Now the question is, can we break out and hold 62.9 cents? So to make it easier, do we break out and hold 63 cents? If we do, we've got a level of appreciation, and we'll do it right here just to, in real time, make it out in front of us. But you're talking about over 70 cents. This is a move over 70 cents. If we, this is it. If we hold this breakout, which we're back above this the resistance from 2018. Now, if we can hold 63 cents, we have a expandable confirmation here if we get over 64.9 cents. So yes, if we hold 63 cents and then manage to break up and hold 64.9, we have now confirmed the signal, which right now we've signaled a massive breakout, breaking over the 2018 resistance as you see on this chart. And if you're new, this does go all the way back to all-time highs, and we did that in January of 2018, and that was at about $3.30 on this chart. It all depends on which exchange you're on. Then you go back down. It took 27 months to hit the floor, and that's in March of 2020 at 10.8. Then you come down here at about January of 21. We hit another bottom at about 18 cents, and then April, that was support 2. We come up to resistance 2 in April of 21 at $1.98. We come up to support 3 in January of 23 at 30 cents. We come up to resistance 3 in March of 24 at 74.8. We come to support 4 at 40.2 cents. And we hit resistance 4 at 59.6. But then on the second attempt up here, we broke up in the weekly time frame. And now the daily time frame is bouncing off of that 59.64 cents and has pushed up here to nearly 63, right about 63 cents right now. And now if we can stay on top of 63 cents, this would confirm the breakout signal from breaching the 2018 resistance. And now if we can get on top of 65, and this is it. There's nothing else. Once you get on top of 65 or 64.9, it opens up the door to the move to just over 70 cents. Just over 70 cents will be ignited. So that means from where we're at right now at 63 cents, if this plays out true which I don't see why it wouldn't at this point, unless we get major sell pressure. I could see this railing to 70 cents, you know, leading into that speculation tomorrow. That's another 12.2% off the top from 63 to 70. And then in totality, this pattern came back down to 58 cents. That's over 22% move. That's why I said if you haven't bought yesterday, you had to heavily consider that consolidation, because technically, as we talked about for the last several days, the next opportunity to buy wasn't when it was right around 62 cents. We waited for it to come back down and retest that 59.7. It fell through to 58 cents, unveiling a much nicer opportunity than we even suspected. We thought it'd come around 59.7. We didn't know it'd come all the way to 58. So there was definite opportunity. And now it's reversed back up over 7%. 5.5% just on the daily time frame. But as we know, it was down to 58 cents. And now this bounce came at, you know, 59.7. So you can add on another 1.5 to 2% on top of this rally, and it's bounced back about 7.5% from the bottom. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP. I think that's the most in-depth I can give you, and that'll be a great way for everybody to understand. DGB, since I had mentioned it in the beginning, I am looking at this inverse head and shoulders. It is about as prototypical as you will ever see if it holds, but they're always dangerous to try to buy in on the inverse head and shoulders, because you're taking a chance that that pattern is going to play true and you're going to get massive appreciation in the future. So for me, I have my allotted money for DGB, and when I sold out, I had 88,000 tokens roughly, and I had bought in at 0.0058 and 0.0078 or 8, somewhere around there, and sold out at up near 1.7 cents. It did go up over 2, or right around 2 cents. Actually, I was like 1.6 area. But then I decided to wait until I could see some kind of confirmation here develop. And I was waiting to see if an inverse head and shoulders would form on this right arm. When it pulled down to that inverse left shoulder and came down here, you want to see a sign of strength by the right side pulling down a little farther. And once that happened, it was my chance to take a shot. So I did buy, it's about 154,000 tokens. So slightly more than I had before. It came down, and with the profits, I was able to easily, practically, not quite double my holdings, but pretty close. So that's the value of technical analysis. A lot of people tell you it doesn't matter. But now what is my buy-in? Is it 00737 or whatever it was? Or because I bought at 0064 on average, sold at 1.7 and now just, or 1.6, and now just bought back in, does that make my average 007? Or because I doubled my shares, or I added 80,000 shares or tokens, but didn't have to add any more money, does my average now come down because I used the exact same money to rebuy? That's the question you always have to ask yourself. You know, that's where we split hairs. Oh, I sold, but I rebought back in after a drop. Now, does my average restart? Or can you start to say, well, I'm using the same money and I've got exponentially more shares. So now instead of having 88,000 shares going into a 0.0067 average, do I do 180 or 154,000 roughly into a 0.00, you know, 67 average? That's the whole point. So I don't get caught up on that. I just see where it's time to buy and sell. And then I like to sell when everybody's scared. Everybody's scared of holding DGB right now. It was massively oversold. It's starting to reverse a little bit here, but it's starting to play off exactly what we suspected yesterday. And I came on and did a special live, and most of it was on DGB. I was at 737. I was very clear to everybody. Right now, it's come up about 2.8%, but I'm just looking for this inverse head and shoulders to appreciate. First target for DGB, if this appreciates, and it's a big target. There's no short target here. First target here is about 15%. And then if we were to break out and we play this true, we've got about 160% back up to 1.9 cents. Now, it's not going to happen overnight, but if this inverse head and shoulders plays out, expect some quick appreciation. It could even outperform XRP depending on how hot we get here. DGB, when it moves, it moves. It moves. Last time we bought it, we had to sit for a minute, not a terribly long time, but you're talking about from the consolidation last time, and you've got to buy this when nobody else wants the garbage, right? When nobody wants to buy crypto is when you want to buy. Nobody wanted to even listen to me about DGB the other day. None. Zero. So you talk about 645. It appreciated the first time for us better than 250%. And, oh, I was 1.9. What am I talking about? I was right here at the tip of the head. So I was up about 200% still when I sold on the way back down because I didn't know what it was going to do. I remember it came back down to 1.4 and then it pushed back. Okay, so it was 1.7 something. That makes perfect sense because I didn't hit the left shoulder, came to the head, came back down. I watched it consolidate to 1.5. And then when it got rejected in the 1.77 area, I think it was like 1.76 or something that I sold. And it was right at the start of this descending triangle as it turned out. So it ended up being an incredible sell. I was up still 170+%. And now I got to buy it back for 60+% on sale. So, and now that that inverse head and shoulders is formed, that's what I'm looking at. And I hope you can make an educated and informed decision. I am not a financial advisor. So what do I really know? This could reverse right now, but I won't care because I'm going to buy more. I love DGB. And where it's at now, if it reverses where it's at, we're going to be so oversold. I'll buy it all the way down to 0.006 or 0.0058, I believe. That's the mindset I'm in, so we'll see what happens. And before I release this, video description below and or pinned comments, you can find a way to trade crypto. There's BITUNIX and or HOTCOIN, both excellent choices. Low and spot and leverage trading fees you're going to find. Be careful with the negative funding rates right now on a lot of leverage trading on different crypto platforms. I've noticed. I've done my research, and there's a big difference between trading price on leverage and actual market price. So yesterday, or a couple days ago, we ran into it, and upon opening a 10x trade, I was down about 11% on the opening because there was a 1.1% differential in the funding rates, which is very interesting when you're talking about leverage trading. So pay very close attention to that. I've suspended all leverage trading until further notice, and we've been focusing much more in the last 24 to 36 hours on spot positions for a reason, because we came into a very opportune moment, and now we're going to see how this pans out. So let's get a little bit of information here before I leave. SEC and Ripple set for tomorrow's showdown. Here's what we know. With the key SEC meeting approaching, Ripple and XRP holders anxiously await a potential settlement that could reshape the landscape. So Ripple and SEC have a pivotal meeting ahead that could reshape crypto. A potential breakout is on the horizon, fueled by settlement optimism. Large investors have placed big bets on XRP's futures value. Across the table, stoic figures from the SEC mirrored the tense anticipation of the Ripple Labs team. Tomorrow their fates would be intertwined, hinging on the outcome of a crucial meeting that could reshape the landscape of cryptocurrency. For XRP holders worldwide, the next 24 hours could be the turning point. A chance to witness the culmination of a long and hard-fought legal battle, or face an uncertain future. Stakes soared at the price of XRP teetered on the edge of a breakout, a potential indicator of a surge fueled by optimism and a long-awaited resolution. Technically, XRP appeared poised for a breakout, analysts pointing to the formation of a symmetrical triangle pattern on the charts, a bullish indicator often followed by sharp price increases. Adding fuel to the fire, large investors or whales had been steadily accumulating XRP, suggesting confidence in its future value. Not everyone is convinced, though. Some analysts caution that a short-term correction might occur before the main rally kicks in. The potential for a settlement is the primary driver of optimism for XRP holders. A resolution to the legal battle would remove a major source of uncertainty surrounding the cryptocurrency, potentially triggering a significant price increase. Experts predict XRP could reach or even surpass $1 by the end of the year if a settlement is reached. Additionally, the speculation around the lawsuit has sparked further discussion about the potential approval of an XRP ETF. If this materializes, it could propel the token to new highs. And after I read this article, I will release this. Anything else I wanted to do, I'll save for the live. We're already approaching 20 minutes. Former SEC lawyer Mark Fagel remains skeptical about a swift settlement, suggesting the case could drag on for some time. Ripple CEO expects resolution in SEC lawsuit. Despite the cautionary note, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse remains hopeful for a resolution before the end of the summer. The coming days will be critical for XRP. Any positive news emerging from the SEC meeting regarding a potential settlement will likely trigger a price increase. Investors should also pay close attention to technical indicators and whale activity for further clues about the token's future trajectory. The outcome of this legal battle holds the key to unlocking XRP's full potential. Despite optimism, a settlement with the SEC remains uncertain and could drag on for some time. Even if a settlement is reached, an XRP ETF will not be approved soon. News from the SEC meeting might have a limited impact on the price if no concrete settlement is announced. why this matters. With XRP teetering on a breakout and a potential SEC settlement looming, the next 24 hours could be a tipping point for the entire cryptocurrency market. A positive outcome for Ripple could unlock XRP's potential and establish clearer guidelines for cryptocurrency regulation, paving the way for long-awaited advancements and wider institutional adoption. So please make sure to hit that like button. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And as we walk out, Bitcoin, just so you know, it's finishing a very bullish consolidation. And we've talked, as long as it holds 65,818 and starts rolling, we should be able to push to 70K. We hit very defined bottoms, which we're going to move this in real time because now we can see where the support structure is. We don't have to guess, and it actually held here at 65,451. We had a major pivot point, so we're going to put this on the pivot point support now because we've established it on 3 consecutive hits on the 4-hour time frame. And if Bitcoin plays this truthfully, we need to hold 66,500. We should be coming up in the coming days to 70,000. And I still think 73K is very much on the table because you've got 6.5 billion sitting there in short trade liquidations. So short traders are sweating their nutsack off right now, and they're losing their testicular fortitude. If you sold XRP, as I stated just one short day ago, and it was because I knew there was an opportunity to buy back in, and we talked about it so many times yesterday about the back test of the 2018 resistance. And in the live, I even put XRP sellers will be haunted. Whales buy 140 million XRP tokens. XRP back testing 2018 resistance. And I got a lot of criticism in my update yesterday morning because we're always back testing. Yeah, you're back testing on a breakout. You want to hear the words back testing. This is the only way we're going to shoot over and hit that 70 cents plus. Right now, if XRP holds 63 cents, next resistance 65.4, followed by 70.2 cents. Have a blessed and spectacular morning. If you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments. And if you appreciate my dedication, consider joining Tom's Army and getting that emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens in month 1, or send one YouTube super chat. Have a blessed day.